What is going on, people? It's Emmanuel for Altenor Media. I just finished the first episode of Ava DuVernay's show on the OWN network called Cherish the Day. And this was a really good first episode. So we're going to be recapping, reviewing, talking about this new show every week. So yeah, I hope y'all join us every week so we could talk about this new Black Love show. So yeah, let's get right into it. This started off. We have the two leads, Evan and Gently. They're I guess they're having like sort of like a one night stand. So it starts off with a split screen, or they're going back and forth between their little sex scenes, and then once they're finished doing what they do, they get up to leave, and then their partners tell them, you can stay if you want, but they're out. So that's at 1:26 a.m. Then I'm guessing the next day, Evan is taking his niece to the library, and Gently, she works for a famous black actress, Miss Luma, and that's how they end up meeting. There's a long line, and she's at the counter talking to Charmaine from the Cosby Show, A Different World. It was good to see Charmaine. She still looks good. Um, anyway, so she's trying to return the book, and she's trying to return some books extra late, and there's like a $200 plus late fee. So she's trying to convince Charmaine, the librarian, to waive the late fee and just let her return the books and check out some new books. So Evan is in the line along with other people. He's talking to this other dude. He's telling him, they're holding up the line and everything. So he steps in and he tries to be like a mediator. Then he offers to just pay the fee for her, but she tells him no because it's the principal. She's Luma is a legend. She's done a lot for black folks, for the culture. So she feels that the fee should just be waived automatically. So what I like about this, I like how she pressed the issue that we need to look out for our elders if we can, especially those who paved the way for everybody, especially in entertainment. Because Miss Luma, she did a lot in entertainment, but she never got her due. As Gently said, she was stuck playing the help, supporting roles when she was so multi-talented. So she felt that, the librarian should look out for her. And I like how she argued that point. There's a stereotype around, black people getting their way and being demanding and getting their way. That's kind of looked down upon, and she wasn't concerned about that at all. She wasn't concerned about being an angry black woman to anyone that was in line. She just wanted to get what she wanted. So I like that about Gently a lot. She wasn't concerned with how people were going to perceive her. She just wanted her way, and even when he offered to pay, she said, nah, it's the principal. She wanted to get it for free. If he paid, it wouldn't really be the same thing, but she wanted it for free. And he backed down. And, he admired what she was doing. So that was a nice little introduction between them. So what he does, he goes and he finds her on Instagram. He remembers her name. He finds her on Instagram. Then he likes her pictures. Then he DMs her and asks her basically indirectly on a date for like this weekend. And she does. She shows Miss Luna his page, and she's go through his page, and she answers his DM, and they're going out on a date just like that. So it was it's not moving pretty fast, but they didn't even know each other's names really or exchange any information. But now they're going on a on a date. Like, he wasn't playing. He found her Instagram page, liked her pics. He was not playing. So they end up going on a date, and it's kind of spontaneous. They go to this cheesecake spot. You know how there's a lot of these little black spots where there's no where there's either no menu or limited menu, and this spot they have no seats. The food is always banging, but that's how it be sometimes. So they're sitting down, and they're getting to know each other. She's filling him out. They have the whole little cheesecake scene, the strawberry versus the chocolate, and then she said, a couple of things. She was talking about how like you want to be around people who are happy and people who make you happy, and that should make you happy. Kind of like, it's just simple. You should be around people who make you happy. And in that moment, he made her happy. Answering his DM made him happy. So they're just doing what makes them happy at this point. They're not overthinking it. And interestingly, she tells him that he tells her, what if I wanted to go to a restaurant instead of eating on this curb and eating a cheesecake? She tells him, then I wouldn't be here because life is too short. In that sense, she's like, you're not obligated to waste your time with someone or to try to make someone happy. You have to put yourself first, and there's no need to waste your time doing something that you don't want to do. So they so it would have ended there, but she had some errands to run, and he volunteered to take her. So the date is continuing, and they stop along the way because one of her friends, he recycles, and he asks them for a ride, and Evan does it. He doesn't really want to do it, but he does it. Of course, this dude is in a Tesla, and he has like garbage bags in his Tesla. But it's interesting how him and the dude, you would think they have nothing in common, but they're both conscious about the environment and recycling. So they vibe on that level. And so that was kind of cool to see them, a common interest between them. So they get to her neck of the woods because this dude, he's a rich dude. He works for a tech company out there. He does he analyzes. He's an analyst, I think. Yeah, he's an analyst. So he's well off. He done paid off his loans and everything. And she comes from the hood. I believe she lost both parents, and an ex gangbanger took her in, and he changed his life for her. So they go to her adopted father's house to borrow a truck. Evan gets there. He's nervous as hell. He's out of place. So they tell him, cool out. Ain't nothing. He parked his car. He's nervous to park his car. And they tell him, cool out. There's nothing's going to happen to your car without me knowing. Nothing happens on this block without me knowing. So her dad he's an OG. So they're running the errands, and they having a good time. They stop at, they get nachos and everything. They stop and they go to this gaming bar, and they have their little moment, so everything is going good. But then when they get to talking and it starts getting personal, it's she's asking him she's asking him all types of questions. Then once he starts asking her questions and getting personal, she for the first time she really closes in. She shuts everything down because he's asking her. She tells him that she could barely get to school 2 days a week without cutting class when she was in high school. And he's like, where were your parents? He's asking her about her mother. He's asking her about her father. I don't think he really meant he meant negative by asking, but it's a touchy subject for her. I guess she's not as tough as she puts on. She's tough, but everyone is vulnerable, and she's real vulnerable in that moment. Kind of probably a little insecure, and she puts it off on him. So she really shuts down in that moment, and so then they go to pick up a refrigerator that she wants to get for Miss Luma. The refrigerator is too big to fit in her place, so he suggests that he just go buys a new fridge. And again, she takes offense because now she's thinking maybe, he thinks he's, such a big shot that he could just throw money at any problem, but she doesn't. She's not really feeling that. So again, she thinks he's judging her, and they get into a fight instantly. So it was just good. It was all good, just just earlier. But one talk could easily turn everything, or especially when you're peeling back the layers, when you're getting personal, getting to know somebody. It's easy to. It just shows you just how fragile relationships could be too. One misunderstanding, could lead to a breakup. So she tells him that you're not gonna tell me what to do. If you think you're either gonna get in or you're gonna walk away, but you're not gonna control me. You're not gonna tell me what to do. And he tells her, what makes you think you can talk to people like that? So they have a whole thing, and then he tells her he's out. So she drives off, and he's walking. So he goes to pick up his car from in front of her house, and he's thinking about going in to kind of smooth things over, but he doesn't. And at the same time, she's in the window waiting for him to come pick up his car. She sees him picking up his car, and she's waiting for him to come in and smooth things over, talk it out. And it's crazy. At the beginning, it was all good. No one was playing games. People were saying exactly what they wanted. People were doing what they wanted. No one was overthinking it. But now in this moment, they're thinking, they're overthinking. Everyone is waiting for the other to make the move, and he ends up driving off, and she ends up just sitting back down on the couch. So where do they stand now? So it's interesting how at the beginning everyone was free spirited, everyone was just chasing what they wanted. He went on her Instagram instantly, liked her pictures, DM'd her, asked her on a date. She accepted quick. They went to all these different places, and then just that quickly everybody shut down and went into typical relationship mode where everyone is just trying to guard their hearts and everything. So it's going to be interesting how this pans out, and this is a real interesting concept too. I like this whole 24 hours concept. So Evan and Gently, This is real good. So we will be back next week to discuss the next episode. I'm looking forward to it. So let me know what you thought about the first episode of Cherish the Day, this new show. Make sure to like the video, share the video with anyone who's a fan of the show also, and please make sure to subscribe to the channel and all that good stuff. But anyway, I'll catch you next week. Peace.